or about 9 lines down. Amr Alav Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel. They said about Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel, Kishahaya Sameach, when he was, when he was happy, or when he rejoiced. Simchas Beishish Eva, at Simchas Beishish Eva. Hayanoitel Shmoina Avukais, took 8 torches of fire. So when he rejoiced, he took 8 torches of fire. V'zorak achas, v'noitel achas, and he threw one, and he grabbed one. Yes. V'ein noigas zubazu, and they wouldn't touch each other.
Whoa. He was a good juggler.
Yeah, you have to say these are tanom, which is a fascinating thing. Shimon Gamliel, wasn't trying to. Through it. Yeah. So it's a fascinating thing that these tanom developed these talents. They went to a unicycle. They were these tanom were
on the side.
Yeah, so they get kashahu mishtachave. You ready for this? Rabbi said, look at this. All the guys, all the workout chaver. Rabbi said, here we go. You ready for this? See, ready for the stretch of the. So you can't say of the century because it's going back quite a long time. Kashahu mishtachave. More than that, when he would bow down, he did this. No eights. Ready for this?
They no goodness.
And they wouldn't touch each other. So here we go. So when he bowed down, because he likes to do this. When he bowed down, no eights. He stuck shnei gedolav ba'aretz, his 2 big fingers, thumbs, yes, in the ground. V'sheicha. Sheikha, I think, means he was like he was flat. Sheikha means he was like laying flat.
He stood and
he bowed down like this. Excuse me, no, I'm sorry, I'm mistaken. He didn't. No, but Sheikha, he bowed. Excuse me, he bowed. He didn't lay flat. I'm sorry. He used to lean over. He took his 2 thumbs. He leaned over. And he leaned over. V'noishik as a wristband. He kissed the floor. He put his 2 fingers down. Without bending, just bend his body downwards. V'sheicha and v'noishik as a wristband. He kissed the floor, because there's a pasuk that says that we love the stones of Yerushalayim. V'zoikev, and he would stand back up. So touching your toes is one thing, but getting your lips to the floor by side is something else. So,
Maybe disproportionate.
what? It's extremely.
So what does this have anything to do with juggling?
Oh no!
When he stood up.
Hey, V'zoikev, when he stood upright.
This is before he juggled?
No, this is a thing. Now look at this. Ain't called Barry Yochel Lasses Kane.
And we care that he's flexible?
No, because this is part. No, this is when he bowed down by the.
it's saying that they did
extraordinary things. Look at this. They would demonstrate. They would want to demonstrate their tremendous love and simcha. So it says he did it. The pasuk says that we love the stones of Yerushalayim. So he kissed the stones in a way that was in a very extraordinary way. V'zui kida. This is what kida means. When you come across the Gemara in Megillah, the Gemara in Megillah, yes, brings down kida, 3 things: kida, hishtachavoya, and what's the third one?
I don't know. Is this spread eagle? I remember learning spread eagle. The term spread eagle. You know what I'm talking about?
And this may be one of them. Mizui kida. This kida. Kriya means getting down on your knees. Hishtachavoya means going like this, all out. And kida means bending down like this and putting your thumbs in the ground and kissing the floor.
I think it would be a gelasses, no one else is able to do it.
Hishtachavoya is laying on the floor.
Yes. Spread eagle?
Yes, that's spread eagle. Yeah, that's it.
Have you gelasses, no one was able to do it?
No one's able to do that. V'zui kida, and this is the term, this is what kida means. Now look what happened.
Period.
Yes, period. Don't try this at home. Levi Achve, Levi demonstrated Kida, this bow, Kamei de Rebbe, in front of Rebbe.
Wait, this was Reb Shimon ben Gamliel was the one?
Yeah, he had this, he was able to do this. However, Levi Achve Kida, Levi demonstrated Kida, Kamei de Rebbe, in front of Rebbe, V'itla, and he became paralyzed.
Oh, snap.
Crippled, I should say. Crippled is a term. He became crippled.
How old was Reb Shimon?
Try at your own risk. Right, how's it? Was Reb Shimon an old man?
I don't know. I don't know. But,
Oh, guys, this is Levi. This is not.
no, I know.
Before.
I'm asking.
Unbelievable.
If it says of Hagar Malay, did this cause him to? Was this the cause? Is this why he became crippled? The Gemara is going to challenge that. It says the Gemara. Va'amer Rabbi Elazar said the following statement. Va'amer Rabbi Elazar dash, not Va'amer Rabbi Elazar L'olam. Va'amer Rabbi Elazar. Rabbi Elazar said L'olam always al yatiach adam. Person should not cast or should not throw a complaint. No, read it together. Al yatiach adam devarim. Person should not cast a complaint, throw a complaint. So you read that together. L'olam always. Al yatiach adam devarim. A person should not cast a complaint. Klap imala towards Hashem. Why is that? Shari adam gadol. There was a great person. Yatiach devarim klap imala that threw a complaint towards Hashem. V'itla.
The rice is saying this. Then?
Yeah, v'itla. He became crippled. Umanun, who is that person? Make a dash Levi, and put a question mark after Levi, because right now the Gemara is challenging: did the bowing cause him to become crippled, or is it? So the Gemara answers: Hava hagramalei. Hava hagramalei. Says the Gemara, both of these caused him. Both of these caused him.
Because he said a complaint.
So what
He
happened
paralyzed.
was.
How did he become paralyzed?
What happened was, it's a very interesting concept. I just want to explain this. What happened was that he complained, and therefore he was deserving of an einish. Now, in regular circumstances, he wouldn't have necessarily gotten the same einish, but then he put himself in a sakana. Sometimes you expose yourself to sakana, you're opening the chances for punishment at the time. If something could have happened to you, you're giving a Pesach, exactly. When a person puts himself in a sakana, then he's at a greater risk of things. He's much more liable for things, for things at that point. Things can happen. So what happened was he said something he shouldn't have said, and then he said something. He complained towards Hashem. He complained that Hashem wasn't having rachmanis on Klai Yisrael. He's saying, Hashem, you're sitting in Shemayim, but you're not really overseeing what's going on, or you're not having enough rachmanis. And then what happened was when he got into sakana, at that point he this thing happened to him. So the Gemara says hava gramalei. Both of these things that answer that hava gramalei. Both of these caused it. Okay, now the Gemara says Levi have a metayel kamed the Rebbe. Rebbe would entertain in front of Rebbe. Sorry, Levi would entertain in front of Rebbe. Levi would put on the show. He would entertain in front of Rebbe.
Before he got paralyzed.
Yeah. Betimni sakini, with 8 knives. Levi would entertain in front of Rebbe with 8 knives. The reason why Levi did that, Rashi says, listen to this, a powerful Rashi. Rashi says that Rebbe was the Gadol Adar, and he was always overwhelmed with sorrows of the cloud. And Rebbe was at a hard time. He could get somewhat depressed. He has so much sorrows. A Gadol Adar, no one comes. The Gedolim people don't come with the good stuff. You come and you kvetch to the Gedolim. So Rebbe, who's the Gadol Adar, was the whole day was hearing sorrows, and he needed someone to lighten his mood. They even say that Rabbi Yashiv, Zechat Tzadik Racha, he had a great appreciation for chazanas. Rabbi Yashiv had a great appreciation for chazanas. And whenever he needed a little bit of a boost, his madrega, they called Michal Streicher to come sing for him. He's a big chazan. And I don't know which pieces he liked. So, but just while we're on the topic, Rabbi Yasha says that he feels his turning point of godless was that one time he was in Yerushalayim, a young person, and Yasser Rosenblatt came to the city. So Rabbi Yasha was a young man at the time, had a great appreciation for chazanas. He was on his way to go hear Yasser Rosenblatt. And he thought of a vart that the Chafetz Chaim says. Chafetz Chaim says, we say in davening, Asher lo yisa lashov, Asher lo nisa lashov nafshi. Asher lo nisa lashov nafshi. Which means I didn't waste my the neshama. I didn't waste things. So he says that could be I won't be held accountable for going to Yasser Osbat. It's nothing, not a beiro, but it's not something that I'm gonna. He felt, but he and his madrega felt See, he says he was on his way, he turned around and he left, and that was a tremendous Mesiras Nefesh for him. He says he felt at that point Hashem gave him Siyata T'Shmai after that because Tiyos was about live, so and so there you go. See, we don't want this.
You're maybe good to go.
Says the Gemara, right? Yeah. Some of us, it would be an Aliyah. Yeah. Says the Gemara, amazing. Shmuel, okay, here we go. Shmuel, Kamei Shvar Malka. Shmuel in front of Shvar Malka. Shvar Malka is this person. He was the king of Paras, Rashi says, a king. Shmuel, Kamei Shvar Malka in front of the king of he's a king.
A Jewish king or a Goyish king?
Goyish king.
Paras is like Achashverosh?
No.
Why Malka?
Yes.
Why Malka? Why not Melech?
I'm not sure. This is an Aramaic term. I don't know. So he says he used to Shmuel Kamesh Malka. He would entertain betamanya with 8. Tamanya is also in Timni. Tamanya is 8. Betamanya 8 mazgi chamra, glasses of wine.
What are you listing every?
Yeah, this
juggling stuff for people. What do we care?
Yeah, now hold
do you know
on.
anyone who could juggle glasses of wine?
If you don't, wine, exactly.
I've never seen.
Give me my phone and go on YouTube. I think we'll
Glasses of wine?
Once, hold on. Not the way Rashi says. Rashi says third wide line of Rashi. Rashi says mazge chamra. Look at the end of Rashi. Kaisais zechuchais glass of wine is malayim yayin. The ein hayayin nishmach, and the wine didn't spill. Sometimes you go. I do it for my kids. I go, shoot, right? And that's one. So I ate 8 glass cups of wine.
That's the most impressive, by the way.
Well,
out of everything, juggling glasses of wine.
Again, don't.
These things actually happen.
Let's try.
No.
Outside.
Now you have to know. It could be that I remember the first time I went to a restaurant with somebody and they ordered a glass of wine and they came with it was like an ounce and a half inside.
Yeah.
So you have to know the glass of wine. I don't know.
It's classy. You can't.
I didn't know that they gave like $40 and they come and I thought they gave us like an old cup, 2 ounces of wine in there. Anyhow, well, Lamaisa says I'm joking. You have to know. And Mistama these wine. Mistama wasn't. It wasn't. With
CB wine.
CB wine, exactly.
CB wine. Ilam didn't go easy on that. You know what I'm saying? Ilam was nana. That was nana. Says the Gemara Vaita. Okay, so let's move on here. Look at this. Abaya kamei de Rabba. Abaya in front of Rabba. This is interesting. Others say it was Rabba. Abaya kamei de Rabba. Rabbi from Rabba. He would juggle. His Rebbe. His Rebbe was Rabba. Abaya's was Rabba Bar Nachmani. Where do we have them? We had it earlier in the Masechta. You remember that? He had it. The sleep of Rebbe, the sleep of my Rebbe, is 60 breaths. You remember that? And I think Rashi says Rabba Bar Nachmani. I think. So you have to know. So Abai in front of Rabba betamane be'ei with 8 eggs. Another say barba be'ei with 4 eggs. Now I wanted to know the Marshal speaks out a lot over here. Marshal speaks out. These were very symbolic. These things they had to do with Golas. And he was giving him chizik for the Golas, and 8 eggs. 8 eggs be the 4 kings, the 4 different Golas. The Kali goes through. So don't think they just they were doing like random things. They rented the fridge. What can we do? Eggs. No, there was also a lot of symbolism in what they were doing. Rabbi Yeshua by Chananya. Shmuel by Chananya says, now if the yud's at the end of the word Chananya, you see the word Chananya has the yud at the end. If the yud is between the 2 nuns, then it's Chanina. If the yud is at the end, just interesting to know, it's Chananya. Okay. Rabbi Yeshua ben Chananya.
Wait, the yud is at the end.
If the yud, you see the yud is right before the hey. So then it's Chananya. Okay. But if the yud is between the 2 nuns, then it's Chanina. When we were rejoicing, Simchas Be'Sheva, Loi Re'inu Sheina Be'enav. Loi Re'inu Sheina Be'enav. We didn't have sleep. We didn't see any sleep. Be'eneinu with our eyes. Loi Re'inu Sheina Be'eneinu. We didn't see any sleep with our eyes. Ketzad. How did they do this? Shari Shaina. The first hour. Look at this. Let's look at the schedule by side. For all those that are trying to get the dungeon, this is a tough schedule they had here. Ketzad Shari Shaina Talmud Shel Shachar. The first hour they got a shech the Talmud Shel Shachar. Right? Misham, from there, the tefillah, they ran to daven. Misham, the Karban Musaf. From there, they went to the Karban Musaf. Misham, the tefillah Musafim. From there, they went to the tefillah Musaf.
Oh, they always brought the carbon before the
I'm
tefillah.
not sure. We're starting in the morning right now. We're starting
Yeah,
at,
the morning, yes.
Okay.
Then you can daven over.
It says Misham lebeis hamedrash. There they went to learn. Misham la'achila b'shtiya. You know, early Kiddush club here. You know, they had all the kavanas, davening, learning. You know, interesting.
Wow.
They learned after davening.
They
Yeah.
were eating the carbon
Yehuda.
after
Perm in the morning.
Proof they weren't lubavitch.
Perm in the morning. Learn.
Proof they weren't
Then you go to
lubavitch.
Yehuda for Suda.
Proof they weren't lubavitch.
Misham la'achila b'shtiya. From there to eat and drink. Misham l'tefillah samincha. From there to mincha. Misham
To the Talmud.
Talmud shel ben Abayim to come in the afternoon. And then Avosei comes nighttime and it's all nighters.
Every day they do this?
The whole Chalamoid. Mikan ve'elach, from this point and on, the Simchas Beis Sheva.
Yeah, they don't have to
Missing
breathe,
out.
but at night.
No, Misham, no breathing at night. Just watch this. Misham the Simcha, Mikan ve'elach, from that time and on, the Simchas Beis
What about
Sheva.
Ma'ariv?
Gewaldig.
8:30.
So happy.
Oh, Isaac ben Mitzvah.
So I want to say something gewaldig.
Ja.
I want to say something gewaldig.
Maar ze jou gelijk verstaan.
I want to say something gewaldig.
Oh,
That
you're drunk.
Chaim
You only
Baruch-
have to say the first pasuk Shema. You only say Mary.
You're assuming that everyone's
Maybe
drunk.
it's the drunk.
Sorry,
Oh, you're drunk.
I want to say something.
If you're juggling 8 glasses.
I want to say something, Rabbi
Why did they
Sai.
that mark before something goes like this?
Rabbi Yehuda, hold on, listen to this.
Still light up.
Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Yehuda over here is the Gemara. He's quoting, right? Rabbi Yehuda speak. I'm sorry, Chaim Baruch, to the what first we speak about,
Oh, it's true.
and the first we speak about, the Rabbi Yehuda was the Mount Omar that held that Ma'ariv is a big shaila in the Tanam. Is it rishus, which means it's voluntary, or it's a chiyuv? Rabbi Yehuda held that it's voluntary, and being now that they're involved in mitzvahs, they're being constantly busy. You wouldn't have to stop to do something that was voluntary, so they wouldn't interrupt to do this voluntary. As right now, we take on Ma'ariv already as a chiyuv, but Rabbi Yehuda, he's the man Omar. He's of the opinion. Excuse me. I think it was.
Or maybe Shul ben Chananya.
I think it was Shub ben Chananya. Excuse me. I have to go back. I think I saw it. Then it must be Shub ben Chananya. So he was of the opinion of, I don't know that Ma'ariv is only a rishos, voluntary, and therefore, being that you're so involved now in the Simchas Beis Sheva, you're able to. You don't have to do that then. Okay. Says the Gemara, Eini, was it so? Which means, Eini, was it so that they went without sleep? You ready for this? Eini, was this so that they went without sleep? V'amar, you ready for this? Eini, was this so that they went without sleep? V'amar Rabbi Yechon said, this is what Rabbi Yechon says, Shvua shloi ishan shloisha yamim. If somebody makes a shvua, he swears that I won't sleep for 3 days.
Wow.
You hear that?
Whacking.
Malkin Oisai, they hit him, and you write a footnote on the side. It's a false shvua. It's called a shvua shav. You know why?
You cannot do.
And you write it's a false shvua because it's impossible to last 3 days.
What do they consider sleeping though?
No, so it shouldn't be a shvua.
Ah, touching a bed like Yaakov Avinu says he didn't sleep 14 years. What do you mean, 14 years he didn't sleep? No, he put his head there, he didn't see a bed.
So you're right. Everybody here is right. Everybody said Adam's on the game tonight. So look over here. Shvur shleish and shleish yamalkin oisa. You hit him. The yoshev alta, and he can go to sleep right away. You know, he doesn't have to wait to try to prove it. Nah. A guy makes a shvur. He says, I make a shvur. He says, I won't sleep for 3 days. You hit him, give him malchus because he made a false shvur. Tell him, go to bed right now. You don't have to worry. Over. Nothing doing. So question mark.
So hold on. So anytime someone makes a shvur, you can just give a malchus for anything.
No, if you make a shvur shav, if something makes a shvur, something that's impossible. It's a shvur in vain. Says Rashi. Sorry. V'yoshen alta, and you go see by the way. So put a question mark there. So how can you ready? The question is, so how did they do this? Simchas Beis Sheva. How did they say that they didn't sleep? We didn't. These. It's 6 days. Simchas Beis Sheva. Because remember we spoke about that one of the Yom Tov and 6 days of Simchas B'Sheva.
It starts first night of Cholamayit, right?
And it went.
Right.
Rebbe didn't see their wives.
What?
And wife. Sheva Yamim and
They did. They were Lamala. They were on top.
Says yeah.
You think they're staying through everything? No, they're going home. They got to give the kid a lot.
V'yoshin alta.
Kids also didn't sleep.
Ella, so ready? Ella
Right, the
hachi
kid,
kamar.
who didn't sleep? Nobody slept?
No. He was a Levi. No. Excuse me. No, these people that are involved in the singing of this. No, Rabbi Shimon ben Chananya was speaking. Shimon ben Chananya was a Levi himself, so he was involved in this whole in the playing music. He was involved in the avodah, everything.
He's running a production.
So yeah. So everybody say yeah. So El Hakam, this is what he meant to say. Like ta'amnu, we didn't taste tam sheina, a real deep sleep. We didn't taste a real deep sleep.
Just like dozed off.
Oh, look, I'll tell you right now.
Next to each other.
The have
couch.
no, watch this. The have menamne. No, listen. The have menamne. They would doze off. Akaspa ta'adadi on each other's shoulders.
Huh?
They would all stand together. They have 5 minutes here. You can probably pull it off once in a while, no? You can pull it off.
Picture when they're dancing. Give me 5.
They'll all be standing there playing. A couple of guys were like this, like I need 5 minutes now. And the falling says, the big shiloh here. The oven's on fire. Someone has to ask a good shiloh here. Shmuel's gonna get it.
Oh, like Shuas?
On this Gemara, it says they fell asleep on each other's shoulders.
How do you fall asleep when you
Out to the
Ooh,
sukkah.
I was coming from both ends. We learned you're not allowed to sleep outside. Are you allowed to sleep on Sukkah Shinas Arai?
Because they're not going to fall into deep sleep.
The reason you're not on Sukkah, you're not allowed to sleep at Shinas Arai, even a temporary sleep. So how are you allowed to sleep here? The whole reason why you're not allowed to sleep at Shinas Arai on Sukkah is because you may be going to fall into deep sleep. But we learned that if a person falls asleep with his hands between his knees, that's okay because no one ever falls into deep sleep with your head between your knees. So guys sleeping on the friend's shoulder, there's no chance of falling into deep sleep without it was
Why?
okay.
If it's the last day of day 6, then.
By the way,
You're
stop.
saying all of them were like, calm down.
By the way, stop. Did they have Sukkah in the basement?
The answer number 2, I say we push it go weiter. The answer number 2 is what kind of Baruch is saying is that in the over here and there's noshim they had sukkahs. So they were singing on these platforms.
Wait,
No. No, Tishma, this is what they were singing.
drink and you go to the nursery, small.
No,
that's
that's
the
the
Tikkun
Gadol.
They were the made us know the Sheva was
That makes sense.
Yes, that's the answer. The other answer is yeah.
I mean,
Women were up there.
in the dance.
Yeah. That was at the end.
We know how you would run this
At
if you were
the beginning, there was big bayot.
Shani would have the bottle.
Patch, no? Patch.